I don't like this, but for some reason I can't stop eating it. Welcome back to the You Wanna Bite Kitchen, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm really pumped about today's recipe. If you couldn't already tell by the title of the video and the appropriate shirt that I'm wearing, we are going to be testing out TikTok's newest viral recipe, which is cloud bread. I'm probably a little bit too old for the typical TikTok demographic, but I still spend an embarrassing amount of time on the app. For your enjoyment, here is a look at the only TikTok dance move that I know how to do. This recipe went viral recently, and I am so curious to find out what it tastes like, if it really works, what happens when you eat it. I read a comment that says it dissolves in your mouth like cotton candy. So to kick things off, I figured I'll get started with another TikTok recipe that involves whipping things, which is a Dalgona iced whipped coffee. I feel like everyone has seen this recipe if you haven't made it. It's really easy. I do 2 teaspoons of instant coffee, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of hot water. Whip that up and plop it on top of whatever milk you like. I won't judge you if you drink dairy milk, but today I'm actually trying cashew milk for the first time, so we'll experience together if this is any good. Cashew milk might be my new fave. Now that we've kicked things off with our first TikTok recipe, let's move into the main event, which is our cloud bread. To make the cloud bread, you're going to need 3 egg whites, 30 grams of white sugar, 10 grams of cornstarch, and vanilla extract and food coloring if you want to use it. I'm not sure if it makes a difference if you actually separate your egg whites or if you use the egg whites from the carton. Personally, I don't like the idea of separating the egg whites because the yolks are going to go to waste. I don't plan on making carbonara or custard anytime soon, so I'm first going to try this out with the liquid egg whites. So I'm just going to use 6 tablespoons, and I'm going to whip those up until they're stiff peaks. It's looking like I've got nice stiff peaks here, so I'm going to add in the 30 grams of sugar, and once that has had some time to combine, I'm going to then add in the 10 grams of cornstarch. I'm back with an unfortunate update. So my once beautiful stiff egg white peaks are now completely mush. After I mixed in the sugar and the cornstarch, everything is just falling completely flat. I went back and rewatched a couple of the TikToks, and it seems like people just get the egg whites to be foamy and then they add the sugar and cornstarch and whip all of that up into stiff peaks together. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that the second round works out better, but unfortunately this is going in the trash. So I was worrying about wasting egg yolks, and now the whole thing is going in the garbage. I'm really, really feeling great. Thanks for asking. I'm going to start off again with 6 tablespoons of egg whites. I'm just going to whip those up until they're foamy, and now I'm going to add in my sugar and give that another little bit of a whisk until that is combined. I'm not trying to get stiff peaks here and mess this up again. And then I'm mixing in the cornstarch, and now is when I'm going to try to get stiff peaks. So, as if this video could not get any more chaotic, my electric hand mixer literally feels like it's going to burst up in flames, probably from using it for 30 minutes. I'm doing what I should have done from the beginning and gonna use my stand mixer. Okay, let's look. It looks like we're making progress. I feel like it needs some sort of flavoring, so I am going to add in vanilla. I do want to give it some sort of color. I'm gonna add blue food coloring and whip that into just half of it. I was gonna have a mental breakdown if this didn't work, so thank you. It's time to create our bread shape. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna kind of plop it down. Thank goodness the most stressful thing I've ever made in my life is in the oven now. It will be at 300 degrees for about 25 minutes. So we will be back when it's done. It's done! Okay, so I have no idea how to tell if this is actually done, but it has gotten a little bit of a golden color around the outside, and it is looking like it's set. I'm dying to just rip this open and see what the inside looks like and find out what it tastes like, so let's just do it. Oh my goodness. Let's taste it. I can't decide if it's good. It's not exactly dissolving in my mouth like cotton candy does, but it is really, really soft, so it does have an interesting and kind of cool mouthfeel to it. It's definitely sweet. I keep eating it, so it's obviously not bad. I think what's weirding me out is the fact that it smells like eggs, which is to be expected. You obviously saw the ingredients that went into this. My final thoughts and recommendations for anyone else who wants to make this recipe is to absolutely use an electric mixer. Whether you have a handheld whisk or a stand mixer, it would take a lot to get this whipped up to the stiff peaks that you need just by using your hands. Secondly, I would have had a much less stressful time making this if I had done it properly. When you're whisking up your egg whites, do not whisk them to stiff peaks before adding in the sugar and cornstarch. All you have to do is let the eggs get a little bit foamy and frothy, and then you will whip in your sugar and cornstarch, and that will save you a big headache. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you want a bite of this cloud bread. I think that means my cat wants it.